Now back to our conversation with Governor Ducey. Our discussion turned to issues of national focus, namely border security and the government shutdown, which entered its 25th day when we spoke. I know that you're very proud of the relationship that you formed with the state of Sonora, but there is a bit of a situation occurring. There are hundreds of people released by Immigration and Customs Enforcement every weekend. In November alone, 700 people in one case. Are there any plans for state aid to support those agencies that release these people into Arizona?
First, I want to say my heart goes out to these people, and that this is a humanitarian crisis that's happening at our border. It's something we talk about quite a bit in the state of Arizona. It's something we've tried to address with the Border Strike Force in terms of focusing on who are the bad actors, the criminals. That's the drug cartels and human smuggling and child sex trafficking. But then there are those that are fleeing a country, usually in Central or South America, in situations that are just unimaginable. So our federal government does not have the resources at the ports or along the border to work with people that are in need of asylum. I know that our state agencies, along with some federal partners and our faith-based organizations, have done a lot to try to help these people. There's been a real surge over the last several months. We're working with our partners in Washington, D.C., people on the border, and folks that lead in these agencies to do our best, but it has been overwhelming.
Have you had conversations with Governor Pavlovich about how to respond to the people who are waiting in her state, waiting to access this one?
We've had discussions with Governor Pavlovich on how we can work with the Mexican federal government. Although our governments are certainly constructed and constituted differently, state power over a border is dramatically different than what the federal government's power is over the border. So I believe we do have a strong advocate and partner there in Governor Pavlovich to try to solve this situation and come at it from a humanitarian standpoint when that's the issue, and when it's a law enforcement standpoint, that same type of communication.
Okay, let's talk shutdown. Anything that you can do as governor of Arizona to support the 10,000 government employees who are not receiving a paycheck currently?
We can advocate. I really feel for these people. These are people that have a job. They have a real purpose and service to our country in what they do. And right now, oftentimes they're not being paid, they're being furloughed, and if they're living paycheck to paycheck, I can only imagine the anxiety, especially following the holidays. So I really call on our federal government, our Congress to solve this. It seems to me like a pretty solvable problem. I was bragging in my State of the State on what we've been able to do here in Arizona in terms of a balanced budget. I want to have $1 billion balance in our rainy day fund, and we're paying down debt in our state while we're giving raises to teachers. Our federal government is broke and broken and broken down, and it's been that way for decades. We've anticipated government shutdowns in Arizona from our federal government. We were able to keep the Grand Canyon open. That's because we've seen these guys do this in the past, and we thought if they do it again, we want to be ready. We didn't anticipate Arizonans not getting a paycheck. So what we can do at this moment in time, I think we're coming up on a record amount of time for the government shutdown, is to apply as much positive pressure to solve this situation, come to a deal, and start paying these hardworking people.
Okay, Governor Ducey, thank you.
Thanks for having me.